Welcome to Akhand Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom, the walking, talking encyclopedia, kidney, and excretion organ of the human body. My dharma, the impeccable wisdom, the wisdom of the divine nature, my greatest discovery, Divyank, the divine design of nature, with which the perfect object of the universe are designed and created. Divyank is the reward of 60 years of integrated knowledge. Impeccable wisdom is enlightening. Akhand Vidya wisdom is empowering. First light with which I have started Akhand Vidyashram was the greatest, the perfect human being who is empowered with divinity to design with. In my opinion, every living human being who is perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise, happy, and absolutely complete from every angle actually represents all the divinity which is mentioned in Vedas and Upanishads too completely. And I do believe that we all are capable of created as the custodians of the world to take care of all the living and non-living things of the universe because we are the only one who are quite capable of being in tune with the universal consciousness, understand concept very clearly, and do everything which is good for everybody. No other being has the power which human beings have got. So, first stage of the perfect human being to how digestion takes place in continuous supply of water, nutrients, electrolytes, and other vital ingredients for all the 100 trillion cells of the body for an integrated homeostasis and integrated health is the objective of digestive system as the first thing. That's why it has been given a special status of pacemakers too. And executive functions, of course, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and excretion of the waste product which is not digested completely for different reasons is thrown out. So first excretory is digestive system, second is skin, and third, of course, comes the kidney, which we are going to talk about it. Now, having spoken about the prime function of 100 trillion cells to be perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise with the perfect homeostasis, digestive system has a role to play. And then when digestive system gets all the things absorbed from the system, the portal vein taken to the liver for assimilation, and then brought to the heart, and then distributed to the cells for this. And what is produced in the process in the 100 trillion cells, one is a carbon dioxide which is thrown out with the help of pulmonary system, and other ingredients which are wasteful, harmful have to be done by the digestive, and this urinary system or excretory system, and that is what we are going to talk about. Now, coming to the prime objective of the human artery, as I've been saying very clearly, the prime objective is remove the waste and hormonal products of the body, which are produced by 100 trillion cells after utilization of all the nutrients, water, elements, and other things, whatever we take. What is used it up? Good. What is not useful is going to be waste and is unwanted, cannot be treated, has to be thrown out, and that work is done by kidneys. So now second part, a fluid that resembles plasma is filtered through the glomerular capillaries into the renal tubules is the first step of excretion. When this glomerular ultrafiltrate passes down the tubule, its volume is reduced and composition altered by the process of tubular reabsorption is one part. Then excretion also takes place to make sure that concentration is better, and then excretion is done. So this is the prime function of kidneys. An honest statement which I would like to bring, where E. Sterling in 1909 made the kidney presents in the highest degree the phenomenal sensitivity, the power of reacting to various stimuli in the direction which is appropriate for the revival of the organism to be perfectly healthy, wealthy, and happy, a power of adoption which almost gives one the idea that its component part must be endowed with super intelligence. He called it intelligence, I would call super intelligence, because almost everything which is going bad in the body, kidneys can pick it up, whether it's the blood volume, whether it's cardiac output, whether it's the blood pressure, or different ingredients, including RBC come down, erythropoietin is from there, Almost everything which is vital, stimulus somewhere comes into kidneys itself, and then subsequent organs to take over. If the brain is one part, then this could be another intelligent brain to make sure that we have perfect homeostasis. Unless this organ is very small, but it can do wonders in the process. In one of the slides about the sensitivity, I've told you the 400 ml per 100 times is issued to the kidneys. Very high concentration, but very phenomenal. Almost 2200 ml of blood is taken to the kidneys for filtration, and that's also phenomenal. So importance given to the brain is one part, heart is one part, liver is one part, and kidneys is another part, because all have very important role to play to maintain our physical, emotional, mental and spiritual health. From that, this particular statement is very important. Now, as far as function anatomy of the urinary system is concerned, is very clear. There are four organs: two kidneys, ureters, bladder, and urethra. These are the gross anatomy which we have to remember. Now, as far as the kidney is concerned, is a bean shaped in the ratio of Divyank only. And one more thing which I am very happy, knowingly, unknowingly, I have become an instrument in recognizing, conceiving, and revealing Divyank for the first time in the history of mankind, which has never happened in the history of mankind till date. But with this, we can understand perfect objects very clearly. As a result, we could be perfectly physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, otherwise, and become a custodians of the God, to be living gods on the earth to make sure. And that is the objective of this particular videos of Akhand Vidyashana. The entire work is centered only that the time has come for the world to understand perfect anatomy, physiology, biochemistry and psychology, so that there can be peace in the world and there can be harmony in the world, there can be uniformity in the world. I expect over a period the videos are made would become the videos for knowledge to be given to school, college, university research throughout the world about perfect anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, psychology for prevention of diseases, and of course curtailing aging as well as reversing aging to lead a perfectly healthy life. And that is the objective of these particular videos. Kidney, as I told you, is a tubular size, bean-shaped, ratio of Divyank, and structure is outer layer is capsule, very strong, protected, shielded. Then you have a cortical layer which has the cortical nephrons for ultrafiltration, and then you have medullary pyramid with the juxtamedullary nephrons which do the concentration in urine concentration and contemplation to make it better. And then you have calyx, and then all is collected in the kidneys, then to the ureter is expelled out. And of course, renal artery, renal vein, other things are also been shown. So first four structures, then this is the second structure. Now this structure, I'm bringing it back, that cortical layer has got cortical nephrons, which are smaller in size compared to juxtamedullary nephrons, which are longer. Prime objective of cortical nephrons is 80% filtration takes place there. When the 20% juxtamedullary go for concentration of urine, higher concentration, pH acidic is done in this. There is no loop of Henle in cortical nephron is smaller, whereas loop of Henle in juxtamedullary longer. You do not see vasa recta in this, you see vasa recta here. And vasa recta is the one which is responsible for higher concentration or acidification of urine, where pH can come down to 4.5 pH, which also follows the Divyank ratio in concentration. It's very amazing that how beautifully Divyank has been used for structure, grass, microfine, and even miniature part so beautifully is amazing. So from that angle, this is the structure with which we work. Cortical nephrons, blood from the entire body is brought to afferent. I'll show it to you in detail with another picture. And then glomerulus, bromine capsule, filtration takes place 125 ml. and 180 liters per day, out of which only 1.5 becomes urine, remaining is reabsorbed because they are useful. And that is another way of maintaining homeostasis and perfect physical health 24/7 by kidneys itself. I think having spoken is given an overall picture. Let's go on to the next. In next picture, you can see I'm talking about glomerular filtration. Now let's spend some time to understand the concept very clearly, which we'll try to lay otherwise. Right on top, you can see afferent arterioles. Afferent means incoming. Arterioles are the one which are part of the arterial system. I have told you very clearly, arterial blood is 38.1966% and venous is blood 61.8034. And that's again Deviant ratio, beautiful. But here afferent comes with the red color. And then unlike capillaries, where you can see efferent would be like a venule, blue color, because they used up. But here there's nothing of that sort. No exchange takes place. Only what is there in the blood, which is going to be useful to be thrown out up to 4 micron size, can easily pass through from higher concentration to the lower concentration in glomerulus, step by step from higher concentration to low concentration. It's only water, minerals, glucose, electrolytes, and other things which are less than 4 size can easily filter out and move out. And it will be 125 ml per minute, 180 liters, and this. So I'm saying very clear, arterioles carry the blood, filtration is automatic, and efferent arterioles is called not venules, because it's again same blood is carried, it's oxygenated blood only. So it is not brought on to venule level. That's the first step called ultrafiltration, is to filter out anything up to 4 micron size, whether good, bad and ugly doesn't really matter. But it's only 4 micron size. Anything larger than that is not filtered here. After that, blood goes to the peritubular capillaries, and most of the things which can be used for the body are reabsorbed at second level of reabsorption. What are these things which are very, very important? Water is required, 180 liters, only 1.5 liters thrown. Again, 178.5 liters reabsorbed, along with glucose and other small ingredients, including sodium, potassium, whatever is required to maintain homeostasis, reabsorbed. And many other things which are essential, like vitamins, things which you have taken has to be reabsorbed, will be reabsorbed. So all essential items are reabsorbed in peritubular capillaries as a reabsorption of what has been filtered out in glomerular filtration. I'm sure now you are very clear. The first stage of filtration, second stage of reabsorption. But when there's filtration and reabsorption, why the question of excretion comes at the third stage? As I told you, anything more than 4 micron size cannot be filtered from higher concentration to lower concentration with a passive method or homeostasis. Has to be expelled out with an active process with power, ATP, by and large, is done at excretion level at peritubular level. So anything more than that, which could be urea, creatinine, anything which could be harmful to the body, beyond a particular level we cannot maintain. There is a range, and all the ranges are also follow Deviant ratio only. If those things are maintained, there will not be any problem. If it is required more than that, that's the question of excretion comes up. Having done that one by one, I can tell you what is essential is reabsorbed. What is not essential is excreted at the second, third stage in excretion one by one, which brings all the components which could be accidentally also consumed, intentionally or unintentionally, but cannot be used, cannot be filtered in ultrafiltrate, is thrown out like this, is done. But as in digestive system, I told you, defecation is one part, which is the first stage of excretion. Kidney is another one where filtration takes place. And then kidneys come the third one, which is very, very intelligent, super intelligent to make homeostasis. So this is what. But after that, what is this out is called urinary excretion. Urinary excretion, as written in the bottom, is excretion is equal to filtration, ultrafiltrate, and glomerulus, minus reabsorption plus secretion, and this is what kidneys are trying to do to make sure that we should have a perfect health for hundreds of years. That means your blood pressure should be 120/74 and diastole 120, cardiac output correct. Everything is as perfect as you should be. You should not have any problem. All the 100 trillion should get what is required, and what is not required is wasted out. Your kidneys not be at stress, liver will not be at stress, pancreas not be at stress, heart will not be at stress, brain, no organ of the body will be under stress as long as your physical consumption is as natural as nature expected. And at this juncture, let me tell you, human beings by and large are sattvic in nature. They believe in grains, food, fruits, etc. only. We are not carnivorous, so we cannot live on meat. We are not herbivorous, so we cannot live on grass because grass cannot be digested. And we can live on fruits, vegetables, grains, etc. like the birds and fly like birds with universal consciousness. And what is essential should be taken. Anything which is not essential, not produce the body for any physiological function, should be avoided come what may. And that if you want to be perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise and happy, you need to maintain that what you consume should be consumed what is perfect. What is not is going to be a problem. So literally a human being also becomes what he consumes. If he is consuming sattvic food with a complete balance, that person is having no problem whatsoever. That person will be in tune with universal consciousness and he'll be able to do wonders which I have been able to do in the form of Devyang for the first time in the history of mankind, which has never happened before. And I know it is 60 years of integrated education of mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, all the sciences, whether it's art form, this form, or that form. Since my foundation knowledge is good in every subject, it was easier for me to differentiate between wrong and right. And I do believe that human beings are the only one who are capable of being in tune with universal consciousness with knowledge, and knowledge. I would like everybody to go after knowledge of impeccable wisdom. As a result, you'll be able to perform very well in any field you take it up, and that will bring the kind of money which is much more than you require. And then you know the art of utilizing it optimally for your own physical health, emotional health, mental health, family health, and otherwise. You could be living God. We can all are living God by ourselves. I do not make any difference. But only thing is, if you want to be like God, you have to be as pure as gods themselves. And that's also a message which is being given through these videos of Akhand Vidyashram, that you are the greatest creation of nature. You can be in tune with nature. You will know all the things of nature. You can experience all the atoms, elements, molecules, compounds, cells of the universe within your body. You will be able to rectify that on your own without any even blood test and other things required. Your body will give you all the signals what is required and what is not required. Subtle and subtle you become, more and more sensitive you will become. When you are very sensitive, in tune with nature, nature will start unfolding all its secrets through you, and you could be like a living god and goddesses. I do believe, whatever they may be, that gods are there, whatever it is, but we can have the represent us, because at the end of it, it is a living being who made religions to be in tune with nature and do things for the world. From that angle, I think this video so far makes it very clear. To be perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise and happy, what is essential to be consumed should be taken by the digestive system. Absorption, assimilation and used it up and thrown out what is not required, and not play a life which is unnatural. Drinking, smoking, alcohol, drugs, all these things which are not part of nature. Your system is much more beautifully designed, right from double helix to every structure is so beautiful. If you can be in tune with nature, do not take a single thing which is unnatural. You can be in tune with universal consciousness, and that is what I'm trying to show. So, hoping that my videos over a period will become the subject of teaching from school, college to the university for everybody. It is not subject meant only for medical doctors, dentists, allied health sciences. It is a subject for everyone because every human being has to become his own physician and be into the universal consciousness. More and more we can do with ourselves, the better it is. I'm glad I'm a medical doctor, so I understand it better. But I know I'm doing it for entire world, not for medical profession alone. From that angle, I think this video has been very clear how things which are waste, unwanted, uncalled for should be excreted beautifully by the kidney. This time I'm not going to talk much. I think I've spoken enough. I think that should give the wisdom. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll continue exploring this excretory system.